Hello everyone, welcome to my online programming and problem solving series. Today in this session, we will learn about unit number 4 of subject programming and problem solving. In unit number 4, we will learn about the Python strings. I have divided this unit 4 in two parts. This is first part of that series. In previous some series, we already learned about the Python functions. In this series, we will learn concept of strings in Python. Prime objective of this session, that is part 1 and part 2, is to give basic introduction to Python string and inbuilt function related to it. Outcome of this session is, after successful completion of all sessions, that is part 1 and part 2, student will be able to perform string operation in Python. In part 1, we will learn about the meaning of strings in Python, some basic concept about the strings. We will learn about input-output function in Python string, which are very useful for processing users' input data. In this series, we will learn about string slice operation, string concatenation operation, string multiplication, string appending operation, etc. We also learn about some limited but very useful escape sequences used in Python, which are generally oftenly we require in our applications. Then we learn concepts like single line input, raw string, and string formatting operator and functions. A string is a list of characters in a particular sequence. A character is anything you can type on the keyboard on one stroke, like a letter, a number, or a backslash. String can have spaces. For example, see here, hello world. There is a space between two words, hello and words. An empty string is a string that has 0 characters. That means empty string contains no characters at all. Python strings are immutable. That means once you have created one string, you cannot edit or you cannot modify that string after that. Python recognizes as a string that enclosed with double quote or single quote. Here, print hello. Here, you can create a word hello using double quote or single quote. Even triple quote can be used in Python, but generally these are used to represent multiple strings, or we also call it as a docstrings. See the meaning of docstring. You can assign a multiple string to a variable by using three codes. See here, A is a variable, and for that variable, we have assigning some multiple lines. Here the strings are assigned using the triple single quote or triple double quote. Now we will learn what is the input and output functions used in Python. In Python, input function we use generally to accept information from user. Suppose I want to take information from user, that is I want to some information from outside. In that case, there is a input function which can be used to take input from user. Here, suppose string variable is a variable where you can take input from user using input function. Now, to display, store information in your variable, you require to a display function. In Python, print function is used as a display function. Like many other popular programming languages, strings in Python are arrays of bytes representing Unicode characters. However, Python does not have a character data type. A single character is simply a string with a length of 1. Square bracket can be used to access element of the string. For example, here A is a variable, and in that variable we have stored a string of two words, hello world. To access first character, we have to use the A of 0. That means here 0 will be 0 will be provide us a character which is stored index value of 0. If you write A of 1, in that case we get the value which is we get the character which is stored in index value 1. Suppose if you see this example on console, here this is same example. Here hello world we have stored in variable A, and using print statement we are accessing A of 0 position. Let's see what is the output for this code. See, the output is H. That means in 0th index of this string, value of H or character H is stored. We will same way we can check other index value also one by one. Okay, E is the index value or index character which is stored in index value 1. In same way we can find other characters index value. Now, how to calculate the string length? To get the length of the string, generally use len function, len function. For example, here we will see this example on our console. See this example. Here A is a variable, and in that variable we have stored the one string, and using print statement we are accessing the length of that variable. Okay, we will execute this code first. See, the length of this string is 11. Since there is a one white space is also there, and in string white space is also considered as a character. Now we will discuss the slice operation. Substring of a string is called a slice. You can take subset of string from the original string by using square bracket. That operator is called as a slicing operator. That is, square bracket operator is called as slicing operator. For example, see here, str1 is a string variable, and in that variable we have storing the 4 character FACE. If you store this FACE in your string 1, that means first character of that string is F, and that will be stored in index value 0. Same, likewise, next character A will be stored in index value 1. Likewise, last character E will be stored in value of 3 position. Since index value is always starting from 0th position, that last character of that string will be always total character minus 1. That means here there are total 4 characters. Hence, last character will be stored in 3rd position of index. We will see one example about how to use slice operator. See here. Suppose str is equal to Python. We have to store this string into a str variable. First of all, we will know how to store this string into the variable str. See here, when this string will be stored in computer memory, its first letter of this string will be stored in 0th index. Second character of string will be stored in index value 1. Likewise, last character of this string will be stored in index value 5. Since this string contains total 6 characters, last character will be always 1 character less than the total index value. Therefore, 5 will be the index value to store last character in that string. Again, here you can also access this character using the negative indexing. To calculate negative indexing, You have to consider last character as a first character while accessing the particular character from negative indexing. Since here -1 is a index value for n, -2 will be index value for O. Likewise, -6 will be the last character of string T is stored. Let's see this example on our console. See here, this is statement, print statement. We are accessing the indexing from index value 1 to 5. Now remember always that when we are accessing value from 1 to 5, we will access from Y to N. But generally, this last value we cannot access. Okay, it will be accessed up to the fourth index value. Okay, therefore, output for this slice operation, that is 1 to 5 index value, will be start from Y up to the value of O. That will be the index of fourth. Fourth index will be accessed, not up to the 5. Okay, I think you got my point. Suppose in some cases what happens, starting position is omitted or neglected. In that case, it will be considered as a zeroth position. That means if starting position is not mentioned in particular slice operation, then Python will be considered total zeroth position of character from your string. See here, you are accessing from 0 position to up to 6th position. Since here 6th index value is not there, therefore it will be accessed total your string, which is given by, which is storing here variable str. Therefore answer is Python, that is whole string. In third statement, str is starting from index value 1 up to here, n is not mentioned. That is, if n is not mentioned, that means you can access your starting position from 1 up to total your string. Therefore, this is your starting point from Y up to the n. Suppose in some cases what happens, both starting and ending points are omitted or neglected. In that case, there is no restriction to user to access from any index value, or user can be accessed from 0 index position up to the last index position of this string. Therefore, total your answer is Python. Now here see in this example, you have mentioned starting point from 1 up to the 20. Now here 20 is not mentioned, that is that index value is not exist in this case. Therefore, you will be start from your index value 1 up to your end of string, that is YTHON will be your final answer. We will get the answer from this input code. Okay. Now we will see next point, concatenating of string. The word concatenate means to join together. In Python, to concatenate or combine two strings, you can use the plus operator. Let's see that example on console. Suppose A is my variable, and in that variable I have stored a string hello. B is my second variable, and in that variable I have stored the word. Now I want to print these two words to each other. Here I am using a print statement to display the output, and here in that print statement I am accessing or concatenating these two variables, A plus B. Now remember here, plus operator is act as a joiner or concatenator in this case. In other way or in other place, this plus operator will act as a addition of two variables, but in case of string, it acts as a concatenating operator. Therefore, output of this code will be see the output is hello world. That means your two words are concatenated and it becomes a one word. In this way, concatenate operator you can use in your application. Next is string appending. Now append means to add something at the end. In Python, we can add one string at the end of another string using the plus is equal to operator. For example, here, suppose str is a variable and in that variable we are storing hello. Again, I will be take a next variable name and in that variable I will be accept some user value using input function. Okay, here user will be provide me second value by input function. Now in third line, I am using the append method using plus is equal to operator. Here str is a main variable where your total result will be stored. Okay, we will see this example on console. Here the str is a variable where your total result, that is addition of these two variable, will be stored. Okay, and I am printing that str variable. Let's run this code. Okay, this is the second line where we are accepting input from user. Suppose my input is welcome. Okay. See. Now we will see the string repeat and single line input. You can use the star operator to repeat a string n number of times. See this example here. I have taken one input hello as a string. I have taken here a string hello and I have kept store this string into str variable. Now I want to print that string 3 times. Therefore, I can use here str into 3 or str star 3. This is the multiplication operator here and it will be multiply that string 3 times. Let's execute this code first. See here the output is hello triple times. That means you can use this star operator to print a particular string in multiple times. Now next, single line output. The print statement prints one or more literals or values in a new line. If you don't want to print a new line, then add end statement with a separator like white space or comma. Consider that example on our console. Suppose I want to print hello and word. I will be take our print statement to print the word. Okay. Now we will execute this code first. See the output hello world. Output is printed, but see output is in two separate lines. Suppose I want to print that output in single line, then I can use here the single line input method, that is the use of end operator. See the how to use that end operator. Okay, you have to only mention the end character and is equal to symbol and a white space enclosed with two code. Let's try to execute this code. Now see, the output is hello world. Output is displayed, but this output is in one single line, because here, due to this AND operator, your next output is also concatenate to its previous line. Therefore, this output appears in a single line. Now we will see next escape sequences. Generally, escape sequences are non-printable characters, and generally these can be represented with backslash notation. An escape character gets interpreted in a single quote as well as double quoted strings. Suppose these are the some important escape sequences generally we used in our daily applications. /m/t, /n for new line, /t is for horizontal tab, slash single quote is for representing particular word into single quote, slash double quote is used to representing a particular word or character in double quote, and backslash. If you want to use a backslash, you can use double slash to print backslash. Let's suppose one example, print statement. I am taking a print statement here, and in that print statement I am taking, suppose, one string hello world again. Okay. If you execute this code, you will be get answer like this, hello world in single line. Now I will be use here my escape sequence, first escape sequence, that is /n. Okay, we will see what will be the output by using this /n. See, the output is changed. Now hello and word displayed on different lines. This is due to /n. That means this /n is used to display your next word onto the next line. Okay, same way you can use next escape sequence like /t. Now this /t will be create a horizontal tab in between your two words. Let's see the output. See here, the due to /t some tab is created and space is created between two words. Same way you can use other escape sequences also. Suppose we will see next escape sequence, use the single quote. Suppose I want to print double quote or single quote around this word statement. Okay, here this is the double quote. Let's try to execute this code. Okay, we will get answer as a hello word, but here word is enclosed with double quote. Same way you can use here backslash also. Okay, here I am going to use here backslash escape character. See the output. Here the single backslash is printed due to this backslash escape character. Now we will discuss the next concept in Python, raw string. A raw string is a literal which is prefixed by an R, passes all the characters as it is. They are not processed in any special way, not even the escape sequences. We will see this concept in our previous example. Suppose here, suppose my original string is /n. Okay. Suppose I want to print this hello, word with this /n character. But here, remember that /n is an escape sequence. Due to this /n, your word will be printed on next line. Okay. Let's try execute first. See, the output is hello world. But actually I want to print this string as it is. Okay. I want to print this string as it is. So we have to disable this meaning of escape sequence. We have to disable this escape sequence, and we can disable that escape sequence using the raw string. For that, we have to only put a single character R in front of your input string. Let's try to execute this code. Okay. See, the output hello world is printed with your /n. Due to this R or raw string, meaning of this escape sequence is disabled. That was the raw string. Now let's the next our Python concept, format operator. Format operator allows user to construct the string, replacing part of the string with the data stored in variables. This is the syntax for format operator. Here, percentage sign is used as a format operator. See this example here. Here, name is a variable where we are assigning a string Avnish. Age is a second variable, and in that variable, we are assigning a digit. It is an integer value. Let's try this example on console. See that example which we were discussed in previous slide. Here name is a variable, and in that variable I have stored a single string Avnish, and in second variable I am initializing that variable with value 6. Now I want to print this information using print statement. For that, I am going to print name is equal to %s and age is equal to %d. This is your format. Okay. After format, you have to use the format operator. Here, this is your format operator, and in that format operator, we are passing two types of arguments. This is first argument is name, and second argument is age. If you observe, the data type of this name variable is string, and data type for this age operator or the data type of this age is the integer. Therefore, if you want to store name in front of your this string, and if you want to store or display this age, content of this variable age in front of this string, you have to use the different format operators. Therefore, due to this name is a string data type, you must use here format %s, and due to this age is an integer data type, you have to use here %d. %d means for integer data type. We will run this code first. See, the name is equal to Avnish and age is equal to 6. If you make change in sequence, we will see what happens. Suppose I will be copy this code and execute in new statement line. I will be make this code disable. Now here I will be make some changes in format operator function. Here I will be change the sequence of argument. First argument I will be passed as age, and then I will be access variable name. Let's try to execute this code. See, the one type error is occur. %d format, a number is required, not string. But why this happen? Because here age data type for this age variable is integer, and that integer we are going to print this age variable instead of here %s, and that name variable we are going to print instead of here %d. Now name variable contains string data type and age variable contains integer data type. Therefore, mismatch in data types occur, and this type error displayed by your Python interpreter. That was the format operators. These are the some list of format of symbols, format operators. Here %c you can use for the storing or displaying the character value. Generally in Python, this %c character value is not available, because in Python, if you store a particular character in a variable, then also data type of that variable is string. Therefore, this such character data type is not available in Python, but in C and C++ that exists. Now here %d or %i you can use as a decimal integer. %s is used to store variable whose data type is string. %u you can use for unsigned decimal integer. Same way, remaining symbol you can be used for the format operator. Next we will learn the format function. This is a very powerful function used for formatting the string. Suppose here we have curly braces as placeholder or replacement of field that have to be replaced. For example, here consider string 1. In string 1, we want to print our some data with some predefined format. For example, suppose I want to print this word sun, then I want to print this moon. After printing this sun, then last element I want to print is stars. This argument or this word we can be print user defined sequence using this format operator. In this case, these curly braces act as a placeholder to this argument, which are stored in format function. We will see one example on format of function. Let's see this example here. I am using here string 1 variable to print that these Ravi, Bhushan and Sachin are good friends. Here, if you run this code, these are the placeholders, 3 placeholders, since there are 3 arguments in format operator. Here, matching with placeholder with to the argument must be take place. Otherwise, Python will be give us an error message. Okay, first of all, we will execute this code first. See, the output is Ravi, Bhushan and Sachin are good friends. Here Ravi is placed in first placeholder, Bhushan string is placed in second placeholder, and third Sachin is placed in third placeholder. Using the changing arguments or sequence of arguments, we can also change the sequence of argument to change your total output. Suppose I want to print Bhushan first, then Ravi print. Then we have to simply make this change. Now let's try to execute this code. See, the Bhushan is printed first in first placeholder, then Ravi is printed in second placeholder. This work we can also done using the passing some integer value in between these two placeholders or three placeholders. Suppose I want to print this Ravi first. Okay, I want to print this Ravi first instead of Bhushan. And index value for this Ravi is 1. Index value for this Bhushan is 0. Index value for this Ravi is 1. And index value for this Sachin is 2. Okay. Since I want to Ravi first, therefore I will be print here index value of Ravi, that is 1. Index value of Bhushan is 0. That I will be print here in second placeholder. Index value for Sachin is 2. That I will be printing our third placeholder. Now we will see our output. Sorry, actually here should be 2 because index value for Sachin is 2. Okay. See, the Ravi is printed in first placeholder. I can, in same way, I can also print here Sachin in first placeholder. We have to only mention the index value for Sachin. Okay. And instead of second, I will be print there Ravi. See, Sachin, Bhushan and Ravi are good friends. In this way, we can also use some integer value. We can also pass some integer value instead of keeping blank of this placeholder. Another method in format function is also is there. That is the passing the key pair value. That means there will be one key and there will be a particular value for that key. For example, suppose I want to use here key pair value. Therefore, I will be keep one variable as a and I will be assign first value to that variable. Now here a will be my key and Bhushan will be value for that particular key. Same way I can also do that for second argument also. I will be take value or variable b. I will be take a key. His name will be for second value, and third will be c, and I will be keep Sachin value to that key c. Now here in placeholder, instead of integer value, I will be pass only key of this format function. Okay. Suppose I want to print Bhushan first, then I can pass here key of Bhushan in first placeholder. Suppose I want to print Sachin in second place, therefore I will be use key of Sachin in second placeholder. And in third placeholder I can place third C. Okay. See the output. Since key of Bhushan was in first placeholder, that will be executed first. Key of Ravi, which was second key in second placeholder, that will be printed in second place. In same way, we can also change the sequence also. Suppose I will be make C first, and I will be print Bhushan at last. See the Bhushan is last in this particular string. In this way, we can use format functions. For format operator, we see format operator percentage symbol is used, and within that format we can pass arguments Arguments may be our variables. In format functions, we can also pass some string as well as some key value pairs. That part we learn in today's session. That was the end of our first session. I hope you are learn something new about string in this session. We will meet in our second session of this series, that is in the second part, where we learn Python inbuilt functions. Till then, keep learning. Thank you very much.